Hello everybody, Kizilla here. Welcome back to another episode of Super Robot Wars V. In the last episode, Maito and Mike Guy's villains teamed up to form the Dangerous Gold Alliance. And they all attacked New Bell Tokyo City together. We were able to repel them, however, Joe the Ace had to join us, but we also got to witness the return of the Beast Express Corps, with a new addition of Horn Bomber. Now they form Battle Bomber. Joe briefly joined us but left after the fight, but he gave us a location of the Martian Successors base. So before we continue the story... Need something? Major Graham Acker, would you mind telling me a bit about your past? What for? I am unable to understand how you and Setsuna were able to go from past enemies to smiling and laughing together. That's why I want to know more about you. Maybe you should save that talk until you've gotten a bit closer. Really? And I sincerely apologize for asking. Don't worry about it. You're a good kid, Robot Girl. As thanks, I'll let you hear all about the love Commander Caddy Mannequin and I have shared. I'm very interested in that as well. Please go on. Well, you girls always love a good love story. If you say so. So we did not get the tag point bonus in the last episode. I am so tempted to grab this, but I'm gonna wait. Also, I've already done the sub-orders, so let's get going into the story. It appears that the Tuatha de Danann has departed safely, so it has left the atmosphere and linked up with the Nadesica then. We've also received word that the item was safely delivered to Nadesica. Well, Captain Ruri has her sights set on Amaterasu. But can we really leave? After all, thanks to personnel changes, repairs to the Tuatha de Danann are ongoing. The older Senpuji is none too happy about that. Explain yourself, President! Where do you get off having the submarine's repairs done at Nurgle? Long time no see. Anger is only going to give you wrinkles, you know. Not if my Nato has anything to say about it. Answer my question or I will shave that beautiful mane of yours down to nothing! Well, you deal in rail, and I deal in ships. They're completely different, are they not? Got a point, it's just that I really wanted to meet Tessa. That's what I thought, but you've got Captain Hoshino, don't you? I don't care if it's the Electron Fairy or Tessa, I want them all to myself. They're both as bright as they are beautiful. Either would make a fine wife for Maito. You're a doting parent and a dumb old man. To keep this up, the reputations of the former Celestial Being members are going to be in shambles. I guess you really thought I didn't know. Well, I guess that's why you didn't take me seriously. You left Celestial Being when you heard about some Gundam causing problems. You do deserve a lot of credit for establishing a neutral worldwide rail network that is less susceptible to the ravages of war after that. That was a long time ago. I don't want to remember how all of that ended for my son and his wife. I'm sorry I brought it up. That's why I want more than anything for my grandson Maito to be happy. I will not let anyone get in the way of that. Looks like this is gonna take a while. Is the new model really behind schedule? I'm afraid so. It would take a month even if we rushed it. But I think that everyone in Nadesica B will do just fine on their own. Not about whether you think they can win. Thanks for talking to the old man for us. My relationship with Senpuji goes back to my parents. It's not like I can flat out refuse them. Two top young leaders seem to be moving in totally opposite directions. The young Senpuji hero can keep at it. I want to see how far his youth will take him. Times have changed, I suppose. They sure have. As have Tenkawa and I. It's actually kind of sad. Indeed. But I am ever the realist, and that's why I think Nurgle needs to sell itself with a bit more of a sensational win, if it's gonna get any credit. I'll leave it to the nice guy whether or not to use the present we're giving him. Crimson Group is already helping the Martian Successors after all. At the rate they're growing in power, even our company may be at risk. Well, there's more to it than that. What do you mean? Becoming the top of Nurgle, it teaches you a few things about how this world is structured. Unlike the Senpuji concern, our company gets involved in seedier affairs. That leads me to my conclusion. If we let them have their way, their vile stench is bound to spread. Yes. I think the only way to fix where we find ourselves is to destroy the world and start over. You talking world domination? Weren't you listening? I told you I'm a realist. That's why I'll take a realistic approach. Trickery that no hero would think to employ. Where did you get that clothing, by the way? Not bad, huh? I keep it around for special occasions. Special occasions, huh? I was really surprised to hear that the Tuatha De Danann can navigate space. Well, in our world, battles take place in both atmospheric and non-atmospheric conditions. The Danann was initially designed to be a submarine, and then later modded for spaceflight. But because it originally couldn't be used in space at all, it takes a lot of prep to get it up there. Battleship building is where Nurgle excels. You were right to ask them to handle this. Yes, might be inclined to disagree though. Is it because of President Akatsuki? Yes, more or less. According to Commander Mardukas, he'll come up with any and every reason to ask you on a date, and he does not take rejection lightly. He's the same as ever, I see. But at least it's allowed us to get into outer space. From here, I can really appreciate just how blue the Earth really is. Said it. It's not hard to see why it's called the Water Star. I am glad that the Tuatha De Danann gave me a chance to see the deep blue seas. The Danann is an attempt to return strategic value to the sea and other environments that have been all but abandoned by humankind. The individual who launched the project may even be considered... maybe they even considered the past in its conception. You might be right about that. I heard that the seas are red in Judao and Mithril's worlds. Seeing them like this makes it really hard to dig any deeper. But seriously, you think Paramail can work in space? Not to worry. Senpuji Heavy Industries has been working tirelessly to make sure the cockpits are airtight. Though I did hear most of the work was done by subcontractors. Are you sure it's gonna be okay? I've heard that the smaller workshops are good in that they're connected to old Nadesico members. But what if we're attacked and holes open up in the cockpit? Well, we'll be dead before we know what hit us. Oh no! Hilda! Please watch what you say. Oh, it's the truth, ain't it? It's not like it's limited to space battles either. We've seen what can happen when you fight against dragons in unarmored cockpits. Now that I think about it, you are right about that. But nothing feels better than the win while in flight. The moral of the story is that those at the top don't place much value on the lives of us Norma. You know, it's okay if you don't want to be a part of the upcoming operation. Well, if it isn't our valuable and valiant captain. Having been employed by Celestial Being, you and the 1st Paramount Squadron have become a part of our force. But I'm sure your contract gives you the right to refuse certain orders. Oh? You don't say? I guess that settles it then. I'm in. Angelis? Hilda, you just said that those at the top don't place much value on our lives. What of it? I don't know how others feel about that, but I do place a lot of value on my life. That's why I swore to survive and fight no matter what. Genji. And you know what that also means. If none of you show up, all the rewards are as good as mine. Hold on a second. That's not fair. And let's fight together. All of us. Captain Testarossa is right. We have to band together if we hope to return to Arsenal alive. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Captain Testarossa. The words were exactly what Salia needed. Everybody is nervous. Fight together, and we survive together. You're so kind, Captain Tessa. I wish you could replace Chilla and our commander. She could start by replacing that grumpy old Salia as captain of our squadron. And what do you mean by that? That Tessa would be wearing your rider suits? I could get behind that. What the hell asked you anyway? They certainly seem relaxed. I'm sure she was trying to ease their tension. When fighting in space, it's 0G and enemies coming from all directions. Don't forget that, Maito. Got it. Thank you, Tetsuya. Can I have a minute, Tetsuya? What is it, Judao? Do you know of the Mazinger Z? I don't, but its name seems to resemble that of Great. There you have it. It's just a coincidence. But Tetsuya lost his memory, so maybe he's just forgotten. I guess you've got a point. Well, Gundams exist both in Tabia's world and this one. Mazinger may be no different. That's another possibility. I suppose that Mazinger Z is a robot from your world, then. I am busy with a mission right now, but tell me more when things quiet down. Okay, sure. Tetsuya is always cool as a cucumber. It never ceases to amaze me. You never know, though. It's possible that he'll be a completely different person with his memory back. Perhaps he'll prove surprisingly playful. I'm afraid I just can't imagine that. What is it, 9? Never mind, it's nothing. So you think that Tetsuya's hiding something? Yes. There was a faint reaction on Tetsuya's face when the Mazinger Z was mentioned. I'm starting to wonder whether or not he's actually lost his memory. I see. Please, instruct me on how to proceed, Cap. For starters, tell no one what you just told me. Why not? We should report to Captain Ruri or Sumeragi to have him monitored or otherwise dealt with. Let it go. Everyone has at least 1 or 2 secrets. If nothing else, can at least tell that he's not the enemy, and that's enough. I can't comprehend such illogical thinking. Suspicion leads to more suspicion. That's not what we need right now. We're in the middle of an important mission. We should quell any and all concerns if it means even a slight reduction in risk. Risk, you say? I wonder if closely guarded secrets are a crime. Because if they are, I'm just as guilty as he is. You've got secrets, Cap? Well, do you know everything about me? No, I don't. Then let me ask you. Is it a lie that you were given human form for the sake of communication? Do you really think AI can lie? Your AI is exceptional, is it not? Of all the times for you to say that. Well, this discussion is over. Don't suspect an ally without evidence. He'll only eat you up inside. But... what was that? An attack from the outside. But we heard nothing about incoming enemies. If our adversaries are the Martian Successors, they're able to move long distances instantly. Boson jumps. Scenario 19. Tearing into space. This is going to be an annoying scenario. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So, Doji, or Chitose, if you're playing as her, will be sorted automatically. Our enemy has used the boson jump to get the jump on us. It seems they got wind of our move toward Amaterasu. And we need to repel this enemy attack and get to Amaterasu as soon as we can. All units, break out of the enemy encirclement. Intercept any enemies approaching battleships. Well, that sure woke everyone up. But we're at a disadvantage. Boson jumps allow them to preempt our every move. If that's so, then we'll just have to turn the tide. Let's do this, 9. We'll push through with the Vongre. Hey, what's wrong? I guess I got a bit carried away there. But we simply can't afford to fail. The Yamato awaits us on the other side. The SR point for this one is that we have to defeat all enemies within 2 turns. In case that wasn't obvious enough by now, that is going to be incredibly difficult. We are being attacked on all sides. We need to be incredibly careful about how we play our cards. There's a reason why I saved at the very beginning of all of this. Let's see. So we have Tetsuya come down here. Actually, yeah, Tetsuya comes down here. Let's have the Arbalest come down here. Have the Vilcus move down here. So this is space. Don't be silly, Fallen Princess. Are you really so scared that you have to state the obvious? But Hilda! It's like there's no up or down, and it's really bothering me. Everyone, remember the simulation. Easier said than done. This is really difficult. But we have to try. Our survival depends on it. I'm not gonna sell my life short. I will survive this. So, let's see. And then I can move Guard Diver down here. I think the biggest issue is just the fact that there's such a small window of time for this. So let's move, let's do that, and then let's move you guys up to here. Let's see. I can move you this way, let you use this attack. And then I can also have the Danon come this way. I'll have Banjo come up here. And I'll also have him use Spirit. And then I can have Takei use Spirit. And we can use Zambot Buster on you. I did upgrade Zambot and Daitarn a bit. Yeah, this should be good enough for now. Let's see. So we'll have Luna Maria and Kira come this way. Let's use Charge. That way we can use this and use Zero in. I think I'll have you come this way. Then I can have... I think I'll have the Battle Bomber... So I'll have Battle Bomber come up this way, and then... Now comes the big question. Where do we want Soji? There's 3 enemies to the left and right, and 4 up and down. Well, actually, no, there's 3 down there, but there's 4 up here. I'm gonna save right now and then... Because again, this SR point is just so annoying to try to get. It is legitimately noticeable. Alright, let's use Persist again. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like how Tetsuya doesn't have much of a chance to actually hit the smaller enemies, but it is what it is. We'll just leave the smaller enemies that Tetsuya might face to, the reels that are with him. Okay. That's another one down. Okay, so yeah, you can attack the Vongray if you want. Ugh. Every little word makes him fume. What an annoying AI. Like, well, I guess it can't an AI actually fume. So, eh. But yeah, Soji is absolutely our ace in the hole. I'm just gonna have you dodge because I don't want you to take him out if he's so low. Alright, now let's see. So I can use funnel missiles. And that should be able to take you out. Alright, well done. Let's try to have the Nadesico take that one out. Let's see, so... We can have Tessa take you out. Alright, so Shin took you out, which is good. Now for the ones that are down here. Let's have Sosuke take out this guy. I really wish Tetsuya... Okay, so... It may be... Guard Diver has to take... this one out. Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. And then... Move you down to here. This... Yeah. Now it's just checking extra count. Alright, so let's use Gain on Tetsuya because that's a dead enemy. I want to leave up there for last because I want to make sure we can actually kill these guys. Let's activate Transam and then move you up to here. There's no guarantee this will work, but if it does, alright, good. Let's see. We can use Super Dragoon to hit you. Which I don't think we've seen this attack before. Okay, that was good damage. Okay, so... Okay, so I can do that. And then... Okay, so yeah, Maito was able to do that. And now I can move you up to here. And let's use the Sun attack in order to secure Banjo another kill. And we got the SR point, alright. He managed somehow. You've got to be careful. A boson particle response! More enemies on the way. Oh boy, even more kills. They sure don't know when to quit. Oh no, they're targeting the Nadesico. They're doing a shit job of aiming for us. Reinforcements? Look! Oh. It's the drones again! They're late. Oh! You're not strong or smart enough. You're definitely not fast enough. You dodged at that range? What did I tell you? You're not fast enough. It's not a drone. Somebody's piloting it. Who? You're as stupid as I thought you'd be. What? You can call me what you will, but if you really think you know what I am, you're incompetent past the point of salvation. Well, I suppose you're not interested in hearing our side of the story. Well, tedious talk only serves to hinder my speed, so I'll just tell you what you want to know most. I am on a mission to destroy you. I am your enemy. For now, I have deleted any fools who seem like they'd be a hindrance. Deleted? I mean, I know they're egomaniacal terrorists and all, but do you really think killing people with a cowardly surprise attack warrants that level of boasting? Speed is all I seek. I just erase all obstacles. I see. Can you hear me, Nine? Yes? I can't stand this guy. Give me a hand. Will do. Looks like you think as slowly as you move. Well, whatever. I'll show what real speed is. Go ahead and try. Looks like there's no use in negotiating. If they want to fight, we'll give them one. If we stop him, we might just figure out who and what we're up against. Be careful. That man isn't like the drones we have faced. Here I come, fools. Speed kills. 9, match my speed to his. I can't do that. Your body can't handle it. What are you talking about? My speed has been normal since I first boarded the Vongray. But back then... Don't worry. I'll give up if it looks like I'm in trouble, or kill him before that happens. Squirm for me, worms! Squirm! Look, I don't know where you came from, but we're not about to be deleted. Okay, I am so glad that we got the SR point that I am actually going to save now that we have it. So, this is Ghuli, our next boss and an original character. Put it simply, Ghuli is all about speed. Like, to the point that you'd think he was a thrill junkie. Okay, so the double O and the Justice can go. And then that's the end of the turn. Let's use Bullseye to make sure we can hit. So I am gonna try to get the last point for character processing before I start investing in skills. Yeah, Ghuli is a very interesting enemy. Let's see. Ooh, let's use Grit for Zambot. And then... yeah, we can use Zero in for Soji. I will eventually start investing into multiple skills that will be incredibly useful. For example, save energy and save bullets. Because those are... and I'm not kidding, like, those are actually very, very helpful. Yeah, let's try to evade this one. This bungling inferior race dares to approach head-on? His condescension must be the catalyst for his total disregard for human life. And what's wrong with that? Well, I'm not gonna teach morality to the likes of you, I'm just gonna say whatever I want. I could never get along with anyone unable to understand the importance of life. Alright. Turn change. Alright, let's get Zambot right up in there. After all... oh well, I meant Daitarn. But you get the idea. So let's do multi-action. Rapid combination U. God, I really cannot get over how awesome the super robot attacks are. In fact, it's the same thing with all finishers too, like super, real, I don't care, they all look incredible. So... what's wrong, fools? That all you got? So he's not all talk. This robot. Our technology can't seem to hold a candle to it. Is he human or some kind of alien? Well, I had higher hopes for this mission. Time to hurry it along. Your mindless battlefield chatter isn't affecting your speed now, is it? Silence! Where did that attack come from? This loudmouth's chasing an early grave! For all your talk about speed, you sure don't know when to shut up! Ryoma! The F-91? Is that Kincaide in there? It sure is. I didn't expect to find you here, Tamiya. All units, reform and cover them! Officer Kodai! I see you're piloting the Cosmo Zero. Does that mean you escaped the Yamato? It does indeed! Guess you're already aware that the Yamato has fallen into the hands of the Martian Successors. Officer Mori? We're the Nadesico, allied with the Earth Federation. I've heard much about the Yamato from Murakuma Soji. We're on a mission to defeat the Martian Successors. We would like to propose an alliance. Lieutenant Susumu Kodai here, Yamato's tactical officer. We'll do as instructed once we're out of this. Well, we've also been forced to fight those guys from the dimensional rift in this world. Except one of them is man this time. Maybe we're closer to learning their identity. Seems I've got more obstacles to deal with. You still gonna prattle on about deleting us? You? Beat yourself out of here, we've got work to do. You dare to ignore me? Look, I don't have time to waste words with a fool who shows no respect for human life. Let's go, 9. The Yamato awaits. Yes, Cap. Hell yeah. A reunion with Ryoma. And he's got a score of 29. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. You're gonna help me rehabilitate my body after that month of confinement. Give me everything you've got. Nobody's gonna stop me now. Hell yeah, Ryoma! Show him what you can do! Also, we now have the attack point bonus available. What is it, you might be wondering? We're gonna have to defeat 2 enemies with Kodai. I can't believe Onside Murakumo is a part of the force moving on Amaterasu. That's the way the wind blows. We'll rejoin them and retake the Yamato. But first, we're gonna have to find a way out of this mess. You can do this, Kodai. We're counting on you. Hell yeah, the brave technical officer of the Yamato. Okay, so let's move you up here. You're not gonna guarantee a hit, but you still hit him anyways. Let's go. Mighty Slicer, you. Oh, I can't do snipe, okay. Alright, so let's move you up. Dambot, Graphe, you. Alright, let's use EX order. Nab you. Move you up here. EX order emergency retrieval all 3 of you. And then we can use Excel and move the Danon up to here. Then we can launch the Justice and yeah, the Justice and the 00. Activate Transam. Nah, not yet. Costs too much energy right now. So let's do that, and then... Alright. I guess now I gotta start slowly moving you guys up there. Then we have... So we'll move you up to here. So now we can launch the G Gundam. Which is good. And we can also launch Battle Bomber up here. Speed has been activated. Yeah, no guarantee I would hit him, but might as well try. Alright, I did hit him. So, Ghuli, I believe, is the first instance of a boss wielding a, Actually, no, he should be the second one wielding a real robot class. Now, I am worried about this in particular. Because, again, if we lose Soji, we lose automatically. So I am going to save. And that is it for this turn, alright. Let's just evade, and that way we can get the attack point bonus. Let's let Kincaide kill you. Do this. Alright, another level up for Soji. Then let's evade again. Alright, C's active. Okay, so yeah, you managed to dodge. So let's bring Kodai up here. You zero in again. And boom, attack point bonus. Are you okay, Mori? I'm gonna finish this as soon as possible, so please hold on just a little longer. You don't have to worry about me. Just focus on fighting. Well, I can't do that. You're the key to retaking the Yamato after all. Aw, how sweet. But it looks like that's everybody that, could have been a bit of an issue. Launching Destiny. And now... Daitarn, use your sun attack. That huge body can't possibly keep up with me. We'll see about that. I believe in Daitarn's agility. And I also believe in fly swatters. You'll pay for treating me like an insect! Is that so, Ghuli? Obviously, that wasn't gonna kill him. But it dealt a lot of damage, which is a good thing. So now let's do Zambot Moon Attack. In order to bring him even further down. Damn you! So your speed is really something, huh? Something? Speed is everything. Master speed and you'll never lose. You think I'm gonna lose? You may have speed, but I have power. You know nothing, brat. My speed will beat your power. Is that so? Alright, so let's see. How much damage does this do? Oh, that's an almost full kill. Alright. It's time to finish this. Okay. Battle launcher. Yeah, why not? Alright, Soji took him out after all. Damn it! How could they beat me? Their speed isn't all it's cracked up to be. Shut up! As punishment for losing, I want you to tell us your identity. For halfwits so bad he gets defeated by halfwits, I think it's the perfect punishment. As if I could possibly tell you that. Trying to escape? My name's Ghuli, a Gardim soldier. Huh? And don't you forget it! I'll be way faster than you next time! There's no need to give chase. Judging by his tone, I don't think we've seen the last of him. How convenient! Maybe we'll get some answers next time. But first we need to crush the Martian Successors and retake the Yamato. Understood. What is it? You just seem to be in a better mood. Well, I wasn't in a bad mood in the first place. Oh, I see. The unknowns have been destroyed. We still don't know who they are or what they're after. Our only clue is the word Gardim used by that Ghuli guy. The fact that he said he was on a mission means that someone ordered him to do it. And that someone is after us. Perhaps they're angry at us for turning the tables on the drones? But aren't they the ones who attacked us? It's his appearance more than anything. He said we haven't seen the last of him. If we assume they teleported, their organization might have come with them. This speed-obsessed organization's name is probably Gardim then. But why are they after us? Leave it be for now, Tabia. We have work to do now, don't we? Be taking the Yamato. We've gotta crush the Martian Successors first. You're right. I'll organize the information. Please come aboard our ship, Lieutenant Kodai. Understood. 9. Yes. Mind if we talk later? Got it. Woo! So, funny enough, I tried to record this episode, but I had to restart it because I just got put in a situation where I could not get the SR point. Unbelievable. How could the Yamato fall into the Martian Successors' hands? Maybe it was defeated with boson jump tactics? That was certainly a factor. But there's a reason the Yamato was unable to resist. What reason? Commander Okita collapsed. Huh? I heard he'd been in bad shape since the battle at Glais. I think the teleportation affected him as well. Just as the Martian Successors surrounded us, he found himself in need of emergency surgery. Grasping the severity of the situation, Executive Officer Sonata decided to follow the Martian Successors' instructions and stop resisting. But they're planning to use terror to overthrow society! Calm down, Tabia. We've never been fans of guys who urge us to cooperate at gunpoint. But the Yamato did suffer considerable damage due to the teleportation. The commander's surgery and the Yamato's repairs, we just needed more time. But didn't the Martian Successors seize the Yamato in hope of making it a part of their own fighting force? Officer Sonata assumed that would be the case, so he had a meeting with the engineering officer and exaggerated the severity of the damage. That man really knows how to keep his cool. He threatened to obliterate nearby facilities if bothered, and that prevented them from coming closer. He also said we'd cooperate after completing repairs. This not only prevented them from meddling, it also caused them to confine it as if it were diseased. The commander has since recovered and returned to active duty. I see. Well, that's why you've begun a counterattack. But is everything really okay? Doesn't the absence of key people like Lieutenant Kodai put the Yamato at a disadvantage? Not a problem. We took action to retake the Yamato. Had insurgents at key posts. But we had to flee after the plan failed. Yamato to the rescue with a dose of reality. Lovely choice of wording, Tabia. But it's me of all people who was entrusted with a message from Bernadette. I'm not sure how to feel about that. With all the trouble on Amaterasu, we figured the Earth Federation would come, but we never expected you guys. Hey, we've had our own fair share of difficulties. But we can't stop now. Martian Successors know that we're close. With the Yamato, I doubt he'll move his HQ from Amaterasu. He'll probably assemble nearby forces. If we're not careful, we could end up having everything the Martian Successors have against us. So what do? Might need to use our secret weapon. We would love to help with the plan to capture Amaterasu. Plan? Yes, I've added this group for that very purpose. Hey, Cap. There you are, 9. You wanted to talk? I'm sorry about today. Huh? It's only natural to suspect someone who is harboring... It's only natural to suspect someone who is harboring secrets. I cannot speak today, 9. But you went out of your way to tell me, and I rejected it without a second thought. For that, I am sorry, 9. Hey, what's wrong, 9? I thought you didn't like me. Have you felt that way ever since the battle ended? Yes. Don't be stupid. I could never hate an important partner like you. On the other hand, I thought you'd been cold to me because you'd grown sick of me. I could never. But please tell me. About what? About your secrets. Well, they're not a big enough deal to call secrets. They only influence the way I live my life. Is it connected? The anger you felt toward that Ghuli guy? Nothing gets past you. Please, tell me more. Don't say a word of this to anyone. Okay. I was the sole survivor of Lunar 25 after M operation. I still have nightmares about that battle sometimes. Cap. You were at war. I don't hold any grudges or harbor any hatred. But when I think back on my comrades slowly dying as they beg for their lives, I get angry at those with a blatant disregard for life. I'm so sorry. Why are you sorry? That you had to recall something so sad. I'm sorry. It's okay, 9. What's done is done. That's why I want to live and enjoy living. Laughing, singing, eating, drinking, sleeping. I try to enjoy them all for my fallen friends. Cap, give me a hand, 9. Help me live a long life. Help me keep my men alive. To that end, I need both you and the Vongray. Understood, Cap. Thank you. But may I ask why? Why won't you tell anyone? It's not something I share with others. It's because I'm an AI that you told me? It's because we're very close. Cap, even if we get the Yamato back, I don't know if we can go home. Even if we do, it might be too late. But we still have to go. Because of the oath I pledged in the depths of hell. And that is it for this scenario. I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye!